Oh, we're going into the drafting phase. Potentially, ladies and gentlemen, the final game for tonight. APBR, if they do it, it's gonna end here. ONIC, this is their last chance. This is their last. Hoorah! Hoorah!
I'm thinking about many things here for ONIC. The way that they can solve this problem that they have. Maybe if they go back to the blue side, could be totally different. And with the ban on that Phobius, they're signaling that they wanted to go for the 1-1.
Right? No Paramis, no Phobius?
Exactly.
And they do. Signature pick for CW. So, fun little fact as well, right? ONIC have lost on the blue side. It was 100%. Right. And then now, ONIC have lost first loss on the blue side today.
Ooh. And an immediate answer of the Claude, as well as the Fredrin. I can hear some Kid Bomba.
I mean, Kid Bomba called it, man. He says it's going to be APBR.
Yeah.
Looks like he's coming true here. APBR again, picking up the Fredrin as well as the Claude. Yeah. Very quick responses here. I'm looking at the mid lane. Should they go for the Valentina or Lilia right now?
Oh, could be Valentina, could be Lilia. But maybe they just settle for something like a Martis or a Nakai. If they go Minotaur.
Oh, Novaria.
Novaria, okay.
Novaria Mino, very classic combo. But that means that they will not go for anything like an Angela. This will be their. This is a very honest draft coming out from ONIC. And the problem that they have right now is that they might be. They might see the Akai as well as the Martis be banned out by APBR during the banning phase.
I mean, at this point, I'm just worried about Boots because our panelist was talking about how Boots has been shafted in the draft, given heroes that is gonna make plays, but is not winning the lane. So I'm looking at the draft and I'm thinking, will Boots be having an easier time or will he be the sacrifice lane?
But good thing is he will be the last pick anyways. APBR, Kai is still open, a hero that kind of is good against the composition of APBR. We know for sure that those are the kinds of heroes that you pick up against the Fredrin. There's also the Dirith factor for ONIC. And knowing that they have the 1-1 anyways, all they have to do is to make sure that the other laners, the XP lane as well as the jungler, should be self-sufficient. Heroes that don't rely heavily on the farm. So make sure that the 1-1 will have the farm in the end.
That's the thing right now, right? For APBR, they've been doing really well at shutting down Kyrie, whether he's on a utility, especially when he's on an assassin. That Hayabusa pick seems like a very desperate pick now that we look at game number 4. And APBR now they're starting to nail Boots. They have heard the thoughts and they have seen what happens when Boots doesn't get a playmaking hero as well.
Yeah, because I was thinking of the Terizla as well, man. Without... What? We landed today from the US? Oh!
It's ONIC time from the USA.
Hey, welcome! I mean, I'm not Filipino, but welcome!
Yeah. Welcome!
Welcome!
You want to say welcome?
Welcome.
There you go.
Mabuhay?
Mabuhay.
All right, now the Dyrov, you were talking about it as well, Mirko.
Banned out.
Dyrov getting banned as well. I mean, at this point, does Boots have the Tamus in his arsenal?
He does. Actually, he does.
He does. Right? I mean, I think that Boots can play many kinds of heroes. Going up against the Claude, they might...
What does this say? Jauh ke Filipino untuk tengok Indonesia juara.
Yes.
What is that?
It says he came from Indonesia, far away to the Philippines to see ONIC win.
Oh, thank you, man. I couldn't understand that. Your backup was well. I appreciate it.
100%, man.
Valentina is open for APBR, a valid option for this case. I mean, Few is phenomenal with it, but I will not be surprised if they go pick up something like a Kadira actually for APBR because they need a hero for Few to kind of eliminate heroes outside of ONIC. And they need a burst. So Farsa, Kadira, although the most reliable hero might be the Valentina for APBR.
What about just the Paquito here, right? The mid lane is already revealed. For the side of ONIC, they picked Novaria, so Valentina won't be contested. Picking up a Paquito here, sure, it does stop that flex from happening from the Arlet, but hey, it's a strong pick. You get it on Flap TZ. You also get Master Ogwen on the Arlet.
Well, the clock is ticking. APBR has to make a selection right now. So the hero that they're going to pick up looks like it's going to be the Lilia. Okay, so if ONIC is going to pick up a utility jungler, he's going to take quite a lot of damage.
That means that ONIC might just go for Lapu-Lapu on the EXP lane, or the Paquito that we talked about. But Lapu-Lapu should be a wonderful choice. Then when it comes to their jungler choice, they still have Akai as well as Martis. they might just go revert back to the Martis because what they need to do right now is to just rely on the 1-1. They have solid pickups for the 1-1 anyways. They have the Minotaur as well as this Novaria. Akai or Martis should be the choice, and then something like a Lapu-Lapu so that they can dive the backlines.
Right, looking at the selection here, a lot of crowd control as well as a lot of damage coming in from ONIC. The Keto getting picked up here, as well as the box. Yeah,
I can't believe that the box is still open.
Yeah, but also
it.
the Baksha into the Lilia, right?
That's
it's a tough matchup here.
That's true.
Very, very tough.
Okay, now AP Bren can choose to go for the Arlot again. They can actually go for the Lapu-Lapu. They picked it before. It's Fredrin Lapu-Lapu Arlot.
That would be crazy, right? A Filipino hero in the final, perhaps, game.
Yes, sir.
Of M5. AP Bren might be able to do it. What is the voice line that Lapu-Lapu says?
This is our homeland?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
This is homeland. And soon be the burial ground
of ONIC. Let's see.
How fitting would that be?
I think if he does go for the Lapu, the crowd will go wild, right?
Yep.
Right as he says, oh, he doesn't. Okay, Grunk. They want the Lapu, man. They want to hear, this is our homeland.
Yeah.
All right, well, you want to show off your skin. Let's hope we have time.
We have too much power.
Dude, we're influencing the crowd. We're very sorry. But again, we're jumping in potentially the final game for today. Looking at the drafts, Wolf, do you feel AP Bren's got it?
Absolutely. They have a good hero they have a good standard matchup. Just especially because they have the Lilia anyways, and they kind of I think that this Baksha was kind of forced. But at the same time, there's no other reason. I dare say though, for ONIC, all they have to do really is to rely on Chewe this time. Just rely on CW. They have a very standard draft, Minotaur as well as Novaria. It's gonna be great in the early and the late portions of the game. All Carry needs to do is to make sure that he at least trades for the first few turtles and not get destroyed in the early stage, and they're gonna be A-okay.
The host country has never won an M series. Will AP Bren be the difference maker, or will the Sky Kings ascend and then continue this best of 7? We're jumping into the game.
We're hearing it already from the crowd. This is our homeland, they say, as they yell out AP Bren. Ogwen early on invading the enemy jungle, gonna be knocked out. Flicker already burnt out. Kyrie hunting him down. Ooh, the Astrosphere dodge away from CW chasing. Ogwen gets out.
Ogwen, oh my goodness.
But that's Flicker that they committed. Burnt a lot of time though. Amazon ONIC would be very happy about that. Flicker not being available for the Lord fight, for the turtle fight.
Looking at the emblem set here, I want to see a little bit more aggression coming in from Boots, because Boots is going very aggressive, having the Rupture as well as the Festival of Blood.
And interestingly, Converse, want to take a look at the gold lane. 1-1 versus the Cloud. We saw yesterday that the trend was go for the Master Assassin, but this time they went both for Tenacity.
So both are playing for survivability. Both are playing not for the lane, but for the team fights. That's what they want to do the most. So far, let's look at this matchup, right? The skill matchup, even in the jungle. It's Baksha versus Fredrin, but Kaltizi has been able to invade early on, getting a level lead.
Yeah, it's mainly because of the Graph as well, being very aggressive in that moment, in that regard. I would say though, Baksha is supposed to be the hero that has a faster jungle take rate.
It's the distraction from Ogwen.
Distraction from Ogwen. At the same time though, few can leash, and Novaria cannot leash as much.
Interesting though. Looking at Kaltizi, wait a minute. A knock-up, a taunt onto Keyboy. Should be able to escape this one, but look at the emblem that Kyle actually chose. We've seen many times that now it's the concussive blast that has become the norm for Fredrin. Why Brave Smite here, Wolf?
It's a standard. Actually, was the first emblem of choice. And then there was the Quantum Charge, eventually the concussive blast, and they're now going for the Brave Smite because he wants a team fight. I think that AP Bren, particularly for Kaltizi, they're recognizing the fact that it's the Claude that is the main character here.
Minion's Fury and the knock-up. Keyboy now knocked up himself by the wild charge from Ogwen. That's Few, the man who is on a mission to get his second M Series title.
Let me just say that play was possible because of Ogwen. Ogwen saw the pathway coming in from Kyrie, making AP Bren know that Kyrie is far away so they can burst down the turtle. No hesitation at all. ONIC having both Keyboy as well as Sans trying to create the illusion that they want to contest for it, but the illusion was shattered because Ogwen found out where Kairi really was.
Amazing play coming out from AP Red for sure. The spacing that they have, they're not stopping.
They're not. Keyboy very low, the wall to keep him at bay. No dash, Keyboy still able to flicker up the wall charge. Now Flap Teasy caught under the turret. One more shot, he finds it. Sans looking for the turnaround by Flap Teasy. Just walks out. Now Sans walks down. Astral Meteor going to be committed down. The mid lane cleared away by Few to stop that from happening.
And what a juggle coming out from Few. He took the aggro of the turret and then survived because of the ultimate, making it so that they can dive. That was wonderful juggling coming out from AP Brand.
We gotta talk about the late game scaling here because ONIC, we've seen whenever they have the Novaria, their Lord Dance is gonna be very difficult to handle just because Sans can deal out so much damage in the meantime. And now we gotta look at the Novaria Astral Recall comparison, both Sans as well as Few. Games played, Few has more advantage, and look at that cast count. 396 for Sans, but 776 for Few.
Very similar. They
36
hit
to 35.
1 out of the 3 shots they make. But that's actually pretty impressive.
Very impressive on the Novaria. Boots chunked down by Few, but Ogwen now, Power of Nature, getting him out to safety, but Boots dealing a bit more damage. Knockout strike as well. Ogwen gets out again. Master Ogwen doing the Skadoo Sheer Few. Knocked up, but he still has the black shoes and even a Purify. Kairi canceled out on that shield unity. Flap Teasy doing a bit of damage. The wall comes down, the Guardian's barrier. Midas Fury dodged away from Cal Teasy, gets out. Oh, it's a wild charge, a final slash. Everything. Boots forced to flicker out the safety. Kairi returns as Poisson's Keyboy isolated. And a Brazer's Wrath to take him down for the 3rd time this game. But ONIC find this time around a kill back onto the enemy roamer.
This is a very good start here coming in from AP Brand. 1,000 goal lead. They are in prime position to keep controlling the map because at this point, I feel like it's hard for ONIC to even move forward.
Exactly. Right after taking the turtle, they know that Kairi doesn't have the retribution. Then Cal Teasy steals it away. He actually gets 2 creeps, gets the Rakhurs as well as the orange buff. That's gonna be massive. I mean, you will not feel it right now, but every time that Cal Teasy takes away a jungle creep away from Kairi, that's double the effect. Because not only do you get gold, you also take away gold from your opposing jungler.
And now Boots, he's taking a long way around. Boots will be taken out. AP Bren have come alive again in Game 5.
ONIC right now, they've been making a lot of mistakes, getting caught out. Ogwen, even though he's taking quite a lot of damage, he's not going to get taken down. Few is here as well. ONIC, I kind of feel like they got to slow down, they got to breathe, they got to figure out what is their game plan because I feel like they're trying to force things and AP Brand is just catching their mistakes.
They've been catching way more than just mistakes. They've been forcing mistakes out as well. All in onto Keyboy, the roamer. A taunt as well. Cal Teasy put out the stacks. Wild charge of Brazer's Wrath. Keyboy taken down again. Blazing away from Super Marco as well. Almost ECW down. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Few gets assassinated by Boots.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Keyboy right now as the Minotaur 0-4-0. 6 minutes in the game. AP Brand has 5 kills. 4 of those is Keyboy. AP Brand, they have a target, and that target's name is Keyboy.
Big problem. Turtle is going to be available. They're forcing the retribution onto Kairi once again.
Level 10 to level 8. And Cal Teasy gets it, but he does utilize the retribution. Now Kairi, shield unity instantly onto the turtle. That's now already being started up by ONIC. This is a desperate move, but it might actually work out for them. Kairi has the retribution. AP Bren forced back. That's retribution secured for the turtle right now, and Boots is able to pop in that black shoes, and Astral Sphere dodge away from by Few. Boots still chasing, but Few gets out.
Let me just say, AP Brand has been doing quite a good job avoiding all the damage coming in from Sans because we see the U-turn coming in at the end of their move and making sure that Sans is not going to make that big of an impact. So I kind of feel like that's also a small thing, but it's really stacking up. Yep. It's really making it so that AP Brand is not really all that fearful getting into those fights.
And AP Brand also transitioning into overtaking the jungle. And that's the reason why they prioritize utilizing the retribution onto the purple buff. Boots in trouble.
Flickering back out, easy chasing, and Battle Mirror Image is there, Boots! will be taken down again. This time it's Super Marco who picks up the kill. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, not the same thing happening. AP Brent stopping any sort of trade from happening this game 8 minutes in.
Oh no. Disastrous for ONIC.
I'm just listening to the crowd. I mean, at this point, AP Brand 1.7K lead for ONIC. What is the timing here? Super Marco's pushing, man.
The only timing for ONIC waiting right now is again for the game to equalize once again. They might forfeit the early to mid game again. The first 15 minutes, it's gonna be AP Brand for sure. And all they can do is to hope that Keyboy lands a beautiful Minion Fury into CW's ultimate. Until then, it's gonna be difficult for them to find a fight. Unfortunately, AP Brand has the better heroes, the early stages of the game, and the better items, the better economy. They just have it right now.
One way out for ONIC, it's to fight. But AP Brand are doing the best they can to stop that from happening.
Yeah, and right now, again, ONIC, their mechanics are going to be tested here because AP Brand, they're definitely winning out when it comes to the macro. The Lord has pawn. Boots up top with Super Marco. The Lord dance is initiated by Kyle TZ. Keyboy probably looking for an opportunity.
That's a good shield unity into the Astro Spear. Crossbow tank gonna be locked in. CW on the Kyle TZ, who's taking a half HP right now, but he has it. Just Wrath! Wild charge from Oakwood! Kyle TZ very low. CW launching forward with few, dealing some damage well. CW, once again, doing a lot of damage. Boosting the leg. That's a concealed play. Kyrie gonna be able to secure this Lord of the game. Oakwood very low. Conceal. Trying to get out. Knockout strike locks him down. And that should be a kill over. Boots the Heavenly Fist is what we call him in Indonesia. Now getting it. CW finds another.
ONIC needed to fight. They fought.
Super Marco.
Wind of Nature.
Oh,
it's crazy.
I couldn't even finish my sentence there.
Yeah, me neither.
And that's a teamfight that ONIC badly wanted. We're looking for an opening. They have found it. They made it, actually.
Uh-oh. Boots taken very low. Super Marco backed up with the Battle Mirror Image. Now Kyrie with the shield unity. Looking low. My goodness gracious. Every single time he throws this one, man, it's panicking, but CW gets a turret up top.
Marco, breathe. We need you. We need you, man.
I'll breathe.
All right, so now we're going to give it over to Wolf. Looking at the items here.
Yep, a rush onto the Wind of Nature. Interesting choice coming out from CW. But that's the reason why they were able to last the fight. At the same time, deal the damage. And now ONIC, they all of a sudden get 2.4K.
What? Wait.
Rubber band.
From 400 gold to 2,600. 5-man Astral Echo. ONIC looking to steal Minions Fury.
Yep.
But Kyrie will just secure the purple buff. They're getting chunked very low. That might be a bad engage. Baptizi! He went in a bit too aggressive. Super Marco, a great Battle Mirror Image to escape from this onslaught of damage. Another shot down, threading the needle, Sans.
I would say here, ONIC has been winning those fights where Flap TZ made a bad engage. And I don't know, AP Brand, they gotta stop that because every time we see Flap goes in, and then ONIC feels like they're having an advantage. His HP, you have to look at that, man.
Yes. And my smart translation to that is that the box that was set up by ONIC was already so rigid, and AP Brand goes into their box one after the other. Especially when Flap TZ starts it, they're waiting for Oakwood to go for the jump, but unfortunately ONIC has established this box where Keyboy is in front, CW is waiting for the stacks. When they do have the ultimate, they will be able to pop it. And I think the real game changer here for ONIC is Sans.
Yes.
Every time he lands the Astral Echo onto many members of AP Brand, ONIC will have the better decision making.
Because Oakwood can't find any wild charges. The wild charges become very tame. And that becomes very powerful. Kyrie knows it's time to go in right now. Flap TZ. Crossbow tank already. Oh, final slash not able to be casted in time. And he gets bursted down.
And Oakwood cannot do anything. Didn't do anything. Because even if he uses the wild charge, it's just a waste of an ultimate. And what's going to happen is that Oakwood will also be taken to the grave.
Let me just say, man, this is not a fun game to be a frontline. Because every single time you're just doing your job.
You're just doing your thing, man.
You just get punished too much. It's like, excuse me, sir. Let me play the game.
This game turned out to be a battle of mechanics in the end because both teams have good heroes. And when I say good heroes, they have the 1-1 on the side of ONIC. They have the Cloud on the other side. Meaning to say, no matter what happens, there will be the late game insurance. and it's just 12 minutes of the game.
Boots now, I gotta say, I don't think he's been shafted by the draft. He's been
Not at
getting
all.
a hero that can make a difference, man.
And he's performing on it so far on this Bakito. 2 deaths, but with those 2 kills now, they're looking for a little initiation. Astral Echo once again revealing forward. Boots flanking around, just making a miss. Kaltizi gonna be chunked down by the Astral Sphere. Kairi still on the Lord. Flapteezy not able to enter this. Final slash only on the Keyboy. Minute Fury! Keyboy finds 3, that's another knockup. Super Marco still holding down the Fear by Mako! With a lazy duet, but CW with a crossbow of tag into the Astral Sphere. Now CW chasing Few down, forcing another big punch from Boots. 4 for 1.
He got that?
Unbelievable. And it's Suns again landing the Astral Echo to 4 members of AP Bren. Then immediately what they did afterwards was to go to Kaltizi. The front-to-back damage coming out from ONIC cannot be contained anymore. Kaltizi steps into the box of ONIC once again, gets punished for it.
Wait, they're going for the end. 1 base turret up top, 1 base turret in the mid lane getting dealt with. Super Marco gonna be chunked down. 1 second on Flapteezy.
Can he do it?
Coming down, CW focusing it. But ONIC will decide to disengage. It's a bit too risky with all the members coming back. They don't want to risk a 1 straight push, but they have another Lord.
Yep, the Lord is here. Astral Echo connects onto everyone. Future Bumako taking a lot of damage. AP Bren still protecting their base. ONIC doesn't find a way to go in.
Amazing defense from AP Bren. ONIC now looking for the bottom lane base turret, the final one. Flapteezy looking for a big play. Weakness points, getting caught out. Flapteezy 2 more. That's a good final slash on the CW for nature. Wild charge, and that's the third. 3-man Minute Fury into the blazing duet. Boots in the castle with the help of the Keyboy. That's an Astral Spear, dodge away from once again. Flapteezy very low. Boots in the midst of it all. Dealing some damage, getting some shields. Able to disengage, and the base turret, the Winions, take away the final base turret in the bottom lane. Only the base left standing, but AP Bren are fighting.
The defense there from AP Bren was really good, but they did lose a lot. And the thing is, ONIC, all they need to do was to make sure that CW is cleared for takeoff. And AP Bren finally are able to stop them. Flicker is going off cooldown on Ogwen. And AP Bren punished, they get 1 turret. We gotta live to see another day, another Lord Dance for sure. It's gonna happen in less than a minute.
Well, what we were talking about, how they will.
Oh! Another big shot out to Ogwen. Kairi unable to take him down. It's ticking, but Ogwen survives. Pops the power of nature. Oh my goodness, this game.
ONIC, they're in a position where they push AP Bren. Now, looking at the base, half HP, basically. Right now, I'm looking at Boots as well. I'm thinking, ONIC has a lot of ways to play this. They can wait for the Lord. They can go for a fight. They can go for a split.
Exactly, because they have the Paquito anyways.
There's a lot of options here for ONIC. The pressure's on to AP Bren now. They got to figure out what ONIC wants to do and be 2 steps ahead.
Well, look at the draft. Remember what ONIC did to AP Bren. Now Few is the one on the Lilia. Now they are the ones who have good wave clear. Could it possibly happen? 1 big fight to end the game from AP Bren.
There's so many possibilities, in fact. Right now, I'm curious because Super Marco as well as Ogwen, they're grouped up together. They might punish Boots.
Wild charge into everything. Boots able to dash away. Forward now with the
That's
wall.
the play.
Catches him and Few takes the kill. That's the play indeed. AP Bren, that's the opportunity, the golden one. But Kaltizi gonna be locked down. Crossbow tank ready. CW popping it now in the final second. Able to translate it over to Ogwen and finding the kill. Few forces the black. CW alone. For the nation to be popped in. Super Marco jumps in as well. CW's dive and a guy away from him. Super Marco survives. Keyboy right there. Sans dealing damage with the help of Keyboy. 4 for 2 in favor of AP Bren. Keyboy very low. Another one. Winner Truncheon from Few. A flicker back.
What?
Sans and Keyboy looking for the miracle play. Looking for a
base.
snipe down. Teasing with a dodge. With that vengeance, Keyboy running Ogwen down. Very low. Has the immortality. Does he buy some time? Astral Media, but look at the minion waves. An Astral Spear connecting. Ogwen flickers out to safety. The crowd goes wild. But the base is still wide open for the minion waves to come crashing down.
Right now, Sans finally gets it! Dude! Sans right now! What is this game? It's like playing tag. Sans trying to catch everyone, and everyone just dodging him left and right.
But look at the timers. Now it's Ogwen who's down for 20.
And he doesn't have the immortality when he wakes up. This is what happens when you have two of the best teams in the world of Mobile Legends going up against each other in the best of 5 series with the best heroes that we could ever expect from them. It's a duel.
Right now, the Lord has been started by ONIC. AP Brand will not contest. ONIC now has the Lord. They will push with this. The question is, AP Brand, they have the Lilia, they have the Claude, they have ways to clear the minion. But ONIC, can they force this out?
Sans, Gila. And
Gila Sans.
And I want to say, majority of the damage output of Sans obviously comes from the Astral Sphere from the second skill. But actually, his Astral Meteor usages were so much on point.
The choke points.
The choke points, he's utilizing it to...
He's playing it like a Lilia.
Exactly. He's making a lot of space for the team because he's blocking so many of the passageways of AP Bren, and the slows are actually super duper annoying to deal with.
Look at the timing though. It's not an Evolve Lord.
It's not. It's not.
Right now,
And they have the Lilia.
the Lord marches in. The wall has been brought up. Astral Echo hitting a 4. Look at Boots.
Very low, able to get the shield down. Now the base wide open. Minish Fury not going to be casted just yet, but the Lord has been cleared out. Kyrie taken low. Turn to the Poisons to run away. Oh, they go and collapse out to Kyrie. With the final slash as well. Minish Fury catching everyone. CW looking for the play on the field, but he lacks shoes. 4-man knockup from Keyboy as he flickers out to safety, but Flapteezy is chasing him down. Sans clears out of midway. Flapteezy with a good stun. That's another Astral Sphere not connecting this time around. Keyboy taken down. Flapteezy finds the vengeance.
ONIC has to change their strategy, man. They gotta take advantage of Sans. They gotta let Sans do the damage. And looks like AP Brand was able to protect their base, but back to my point.
30 seconds.
Oh, wait.
CW
Can he do it?
No, he can't.
No, he can't. He can't.
He can't.
It's very risky.
Very risky indeed. Has to recall out. He's keeping at it. He's keeping it. He's waiting for information. Few. Can he take a few?
The Assassin, 1v1, black shoes used up. CW needs one crossbow attack, but he saves it. He saves it. He outplays Few, but Immortality gets bought out, and CW will back away. Few has done it. What a play.
Ogwen and
turnaround. Now it's going to be Kyrie, who still is able to bomb in that Poisons. He's isolated from the team, but he is soaking a lot of damage. Final clash might be happening right now. The Immortality, no Immortality. Kyrie has been taken down.
And it's mainly because of Ogwen. The usage of Guardian's barrier to isolate Kyrie away from his team. Then the supplement of the final slash. The displacements.
Ogwen, wild charge, keeping it at bay. Super Marco now trying to turn it around. CW jumping forward. A mechanical duel between the two best goal laners in the world currently.
Let me just say, I don't envy the position of CW as well as Super Marco right now, man. Too many things is going through their heads.
A very intense fight. I mean, everybody's trying to outplay each other, forcing so many mistakes, and at the same time, like, making the mistakes their own. Kyrie, 12 seconds before respawning, does have the shield unity, so he can get back. And the lanes are naturally in favor of ONIC.
Final slash, CW is down! Flapteezy! The final slash that might have just ended this game. Another wild charge. Super Marco finding the kill. Kyrie jumping on the Super Marco, who buys the Immortality. An Astral Spear from Gila Sans. Super Marco, Battle Mirror Image, boosted in the midst of it all. Trying to look for a big fight right now. Sans comes back in with the Astral Meteor. An Astral Echo. Another Immortality pop. Kyrie still going to fall. Few finds another. For the base, the minions, the drama, the ONIC.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
The Cannon event! The Flappening! David Charles Gallo, that's his name! Saving this game with a final slash to take out CW, then saving them from the Winions! It's the Cannon event!
This is the game. Sans has to carry the team, man. He has the damage, he just has to connect them. Altitude very low, but looks like AP Brand will secure this Lord. This is not looking good for ONIC.
And the wave clear is not that good for ONIC. It's not like for AP Brand where there is the Lilia as well as the Claude. This is the 1-1, single target hero. This is the Varia. Although you have the Astro Meteor, it will not be enough. AP Brand, because of Flap TZ, the flappening. And here, you can hear them. End it! End it now!
Well, ONIC's gonna try their very best to deny that. Because again, this is match point for AP Brand. Once that crystal is down, we'll crown a new champion. The Lord is marching up top. Ogwen's delaying it. He's trying to sync up the minions. This is going to be very difficult for ONIC to defend.
Even the base turret down below will be taken down by Super Marco. An Astrosphere in the mid lane. Can they clear it away? Is it still possible, Wolf?
Again, for ONIC, I think anything is possible. They still have boots. Or maybe that's the wayfinder that they're looking for. And Sans, a key hero, needs to survive for the entirety of this defense.
The base is cracked. ONIC on full defense mode, under siege. The Golden Road at risk. AP Bren in their world tour. In the mid lane, cleared out. Super Marco gonna be chunked down. The Athena shield already popped away. CW is able to clear out the minion wave in the mid lane. Kyrie, the shield unity, backing away once again. That top lane now gonna be dealt with by ONIC. And we are back again to the waiting game. Rizal Memorial Coliseum! Are you not entertained?
Listen to the crowd. This is an amazing match. 24 minutes in. AP Brand with a 6K goal lead, but at this point, the goal is only about switching your items. View, as well as Ogwen, finds all members of ONIC. And AP Brand, they're just moving around. They're just waiting for a point where Super Marco can just go in.
Lilia, the super duper late game, the ultra late game is so good.
A full NCW again.
Oh my God!
A big mistake, a big blunder. AP Brand found it once again. An Astral Spear, this time from Sans, an Astral Meteor in the bottom lane to try to clear things out. Super Marco knocked up, has the battle mirror image. 55 seconds on CW on Calvin Winata.
Oh my goodness. Flap TZ once again.
Boots going in, trying to force out the Black Shoes. Minion wave in the mid lane, gonna be chucked down once again as Boots is able to dish out some damage in the bottom lane to clear the minion wave out. Both waves dealt with, but AP Brenner slowly sieging. Slap TZ. Oh, he's jumped into the base. Very low. Astral Meteor. Ogwen tanks it up. AP Bren, what a juggle! Super Marco there. Still gets out.
And for some miracle, ONIC holds on to two of their turrets. They might let go of the other one though.
Bottom lane base turret.
Hey.
They might be taken down. That is a big resource, but they are able to keep it at bay. Flap TZ up top, clearing up the wave. ONIC looking for another way to reset this, to stop AP Bren.
Right now, 4 members are caught in Astral Echo. Boots is from the side. The Few finds him. Slap wants to go in. He wants to find a target.
It's back up, Astral Spear. Keyboy in front of it all right now. Kyrie's gonna be chunked down. It's a radical boot! Back on strike. Finish Fury onto 4. CW's now here. The Lord, who gets it? It's gonna be an all-out fight. CW marches forward and shut down the redemption. Wait for Calvin without a tie. Twice the retry. AP Bren scrambling. Sans! It's found Super Marco. Now CW is looking for an angle onto Ogwen. He's running away. Boots finds a kill. Now it's Pew, who's still going.
CW!
Pew! Mortality bot, Black Shoes.
Dude, CW, man, as long as he survives, there's space for ONIC. Right now, they got the Lord. The minions have spawned. ONIC can push right now. But look at the positioning here, Sans, CW, they're in the face of AP Brand.
Sans is preventing Few from laying down the glooms so that there will be no defense. Sans with the place, the aggression, turning things around.
We can hear now the chant coming in from ONIC. Ogwen.
Sans looking for a shot. Kyrie jumping in CW. This might be the end for this game. Ogwen running away. ONIC have found a miracle!
ONIC denying the 4-1. ONIC continuing this battle. ONIC has one more chance to push us. Has one more chance to become the world champions.
After so many heroics coming out from Flap TZ and the entirety of AP Bren, it was Keyboy who finds the Minoan Fury in the end. Kyrie buying the immortality out of nowhere. under duress from the Lord Dance, and then eventually Sans acting as if his base is the other end. What a game!
We need a breather, man. Mirko needs a breather. We need towels. We need everything. For now, we're passing it over to our panelists.
Boys, I don't know what to tell you. I thought that was it. I thought APBR, they were going to close out that game, but ONIC pull it back somehow. They looked so broken in the early game.
I think it's safe to say, and I speak on behalf of everyone watching, that was the best game so far in this series.
Oh, my lungs are giving out. This, I don't know, if ONIC can pull it all the way to make this a full best of 7, good luck to them, because the crowd is against them, and it doesn't help that APBR had so much momentum, and yet, despite all that, they were able to synchronize, calm it down for just a moment. A split second, some might even say. Sans poking them out, great job coming in from him. The final play with Keyboy and the whole team, the synchronization like no other.
All throughout, early, mid, late, ultra late, there was but one shining beacon for ONIC to hold out for, with hopes of not ending the series just yet. And this series was Gilak, and he is Gilak Sans, your MVP for game number... I even lost track of what game this is.
It's game number 5, technically, right now. Game number 5. I can't even explain how insane this man is. The number of shots that he was able to connect, the number of times that he has saved his team, turning a losing situation into a winning situation with a single click of a button.
This was game 4. Now looking back, I'm doing the math, this is game 4. 3-1. Looking back at the highlights, you'll see exactly how Sans all throughout was not just but a vision getter, a source of damage, and a reason for APBR to scramble. Anywhere Sans was in the map was a hot zone for APBR to either engage or to reinforce. The fact that Few is a short to mid-range mage means he can only really interact with so much from ONIC. Compare that to ONIC, who's playing on so many different ranges of both engagement and damage.
I mean, in a lot of these moments, right, you're looking for the big playmakers, and I don't think it comes down to the playmakers anymore. It's about synchronization of your abilities. If you're using that knock-up strike, and if you're using a double knock-up strike, it still counts as CC. Even if it is what some people might call a micro stun, it doesn't matter because everybody else is piling in on that damage. You saw that the only losing situations coming out from APBR is when Super Marco happened to get caught by the knock-up from Keyboy.
And if that doesn't happen, then APBR has a lot more in stock. They can overload on CC. As for ONIC, it was but just one big turnaround. Again, a big knockout for Keyboy. Boots coming in from an angle. Those are the ways ONIC win. Yet, some way, somehow, they're able to clap back from this almost unwinnable position. Flapteezy was fishing homies out of the base. He was pulling people out with the final slash. And if you get pulled out that way, the way the CW did there, a lesser team would have crumbled. A lesser team would have just crumpled up and said, you know what? All right, it's over.
Most people would give up at that point because this is such a creative way to fish people out. To use Conceal in this manner. Conceal, send the person who activated the Conceal to run into your opponents while you have one person to fish, walk outside, walk back in while he gets distracted just to find CW. Who thinks of that?
You know who? Let me tell you, you know who?
Who?
He's the season MVP, season 11 MPLID.
Oh my goodness, no way. Don't tell me that he used to be a mid laner. No, a jungler that turned into a mid laner.
He was rocking with the Astral Recall.
Every time he hits it, Gilak Sans makes that difference. And when we're looking at the emblems, it's the same exact story time and time again. This time, no Master Assassin for any of the laners. The story can be told based on the supports, and not only that, the EXP laners. Because good guy Boots, I mean, he was taking a pounding, and in this matchup, especially when you're up against Flapteezy on an Arlet, it's a pretty skill-based matchup.
I can't believe that he also was not rocking the agility. It was the penetration and the wilderness blessing. So that plus the astral recall allows for him to weave in and weave out the way he needs to. Looking at the item build, the way he ended up with just the same build. Again, this is how confident Sans was that no one was going to get to him. Didn't even need to juggle the Trunch or the Immortality.
But let's also talk about the supports here, because again, for supports, once you're getting to those final items, you really have to think about cost efficiency. It's not about how many items you can switch out because you just don't have that kind of money. We look at Ogwin making a very smart decision, deciding to go for the Guardian's helmet because he knows he's going to get hit by the poke, but if he can regenerate and if these fights go on long enough, he can then walk back in and participate without having to recall.
You know who else was a testament in this bout was Kyrie. I saw the young man from Bataan, now playing for Indonesia under ONIC, juggle so much towards the late game. I'm looking at maybe post 18 minutes. He was so willing to die that he would just put himself in the way of harm just to protect Sans, just to protect CW, and then the odds be damned, he will just wait until he comes back, because once again, I remember getting a shouting, he has no money, he has no money. He can't even juggle with the trunch. And then, again, that just shows how well connected ONIC is. They're able to make these sacrifices and not get punished for them.
I mean, it's coming to a point where we are seeing some of the greats learn from their past predecessors. We all know Cartesi from M2, and even when he won during M4 on Echo's side, switching items is no new concept, but to be able to play from a kick butt style of assassin to now a more utility jungle, I think Kyrie is going through the exact same phases.
Oh, wow. To be following in the footsteps of such a great in Carl TZ. Hey, they're both in the top 10 greatest, so I'm not even surprised. Looking at the damage dealt again, you'll see that it's a majority on Sans, that's no question. But what is surprising to me is the fact that Super Marco dealt more damage than CW, even when you're looking at a map that was controlled completely by ONIC. Where was that? Are we looking at a point wherein the turrets was, you know what? It was a very long game. That's why it led to that. That's why this looks this way, is because the Minotaur was healing up. That motivation roar changes the math when it comes to an ultra late game.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right on that one. And let's not forget, the big problem that unfortunately APBR was trying to solve was how do you catch Sans? He's never there half the time. He's not even on your screen for a majority of the game. And the only win condition that they could have was to take out Mr. Calvin Winata in the first place and then hope to maybe outlast the onslaught coming in from Sans.
With that said, it looks like we're in for quite a ride. This series must have waken up something inside of ONIC Indonesia. As for APBR, I guess